and it really hurt her, and it still kind of carried an energetic charge with her for, you know, until today. And it's only kind of letting go of those charges and the energetic kind of link that we still hold to certain events and people, that you're then able to kind of go to the similar situation with a whole new light.
Right, exactly. And also, like, when we say energetic charge, we mean in the sense that we suppress an emotion, okay? Because remember, emotions are energy in motion. The energy has to move, okay? What happens is that when you suppress something within yourself, it becomes stagnant. And just imagine that river becomes dead, right? It just stagnates. So the way to release that emotion is to dig deep to it, is to reveal it to you, to your conscious mind, because it's stuck in your subconscious mind. It's like pulling the tree out and looking in the thinking, what's going on here? What's happening? Why are the fruits not growing? You have to look at the root cause and why it happened. And it's like you mentioned with her, it was like previous employment, right? And also another thing I want to talk about with money is our blueprint. We have a blueprint that we got from our parents. Now, a lot of us, like the people that I work with, they always say, when I take them back to childhood, they will talk about the time that their mom and dad fought over money, right? Or there was actually one client that I had, she goes, the more successful my dad became, the less he saw of me. So she created the belief, I don't want to make money because I will stop seeing my loved ones or my marriage will fall apart, right? So we all have a blueprint that we need to upgrade. Most of us are using the blueprint from when we were 7 years old to help us run our lives now. And it's not working, right? Because when you're 7 years old, you have no concept of money other than what your parents tell you. And that's the blueprint that you're carrying on into your lives, into your business, into your marriages, into your careers. You're looking at that blueprint thinking, okay, so when I was 7, my mom said money is bad. Okay, so how can I apply this to my life now and use the same principle? And really, you need to change the principle by removing the suppressed emotion around it and then creating a new belief, which is money is a tool that I can use. Money is used for good. I love people and use money, because a lot of people think that you're going to use people for money. So you have to change the language. It's all about language, right? Don't you think, Jamila? Mainly it's about language that we have around money, around confidence. It always goes back to language.
Yeah, definitely. It's about the language that you use about money when it comes to your own business, but also when it comes to money just in general. So sometimes, for example, we say things like, oh, those new pair of shoes, oh, I can't afford that right now. When that kind of language, that's not a good money blueprint kind of language, because you're kind of saying that that's not available for me right now.
Yes.
Another way that you could have kind of put that was, that's something that I choose not to spend my money on right now, but I'm so available for it.
Yes.
So you're allowing the opportunity to still flow to you.
Right, exactly. That's a really good an affirmation to use. That's a really good one to use. So how do we get rid of these money blocks? How do we get, let's not just money blocks, but how do we get more confident? Because it all comes down to confidence as well, right? Comes down to confidence.
Showing up in your business.
Yeah.
Again, with confidence in showing up in your business and the mindset blocks that a lot of people face, there's so many root kind of causes of those mindset blocks. And one that I see a lot happening that people are so unaware of is similar to how you mentioned before, is people actually fear not of their business failing, but their business succeeding.
Yeah.
Like they fear that, what if I actually do book out my services? What if I do get the clients that I want? What if I do make a 5K month or a 10K month, or even a 20K month? And subconsciously they're scared that my life won't stay the same, and I don't know what my life will look like.
Right, because it's unfamiliar, right? Because the ego is here to keep us safe, and the ego keeps you safe by keeping you stuck in familiar situations. So when you're not used to having a lot of money, your mind will take you back to the program that tells you, okay, do you remember the time when you ever had money? What happened? And it'll tell you failed, something went wrong, you took a risk, all the bad events come up, and you're like, oh my God, I can't do this. And that's why you self-sabotage. You end up spending your money, you feel guilty, you feel ashamed. Like, especially right now, because we're going through a recession, a lot of the clients I speak to, they're like, oh my God, I can't sell. It's bad. Like, I'm taking advantage of the situation. How can I do that? And I always say to them that it's not about the money, it's about love. Imagine like You have a friend who is one donut away from eating her way to a heart attack. Would you let her eat the donut because she bought it from her money? Chances are you wouldn't, right? You wouldn't care if she bought it from her own money. You wouldn't care if she paid £1 million for it. You would take that donut from her hand and tell her this is what you can't do this, you're gonna die. You're gonna remind her. This is what coaching is. This is what service is. It's about coming from a place of love, giving value. And at the end of the day, if you're an entrepreneur, this is what you prepare for, right? This is like what's going on right now. This is what you train for. People overcome it, to help people survive it.